Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is August. This is my place, my corner, where we chat about books. I gesticulate a lot with my hands. I'm just now noticing that. Today I have quite the ambitious project thing. In the year 2021, I am using a random genre generator to pick my next read. So I never know what I'm going to read next until I finish a book and then it picks a genre for me. But then I have the freedom to choose what book from that genre. And it has been going swimmingly well. I am so happy about it. I'm finding and picking up reads on my physical TBR shelves here that I typically wouldn't pick up. So I thought, let's up the ante a little bit here and do a video where a random number generator chooses 10 books from my Goodreads list that I have to read. So we will dive into the logistics of that in a second here. And then 11 books on my physical TBR that I need to read as well, all using random generators. This is a list of books I need to read by the end of 2021. If I don't, I mean, nothing's really gonna happen, but this is another extra challenge for myself to really push through and read things on my physical TBR that have been sitting there for so long, and I've psyched myself out of wanting to read them anymore. At one point when I picked them up, I was very passionate about them. Where did that go? To get started, I've counted the books on my shelves. These are my physical TBR books, and what's on there is currently 36 books. So we are gonna start, and we're gonna alternate between doing picking a book from my physical shelf and then from Goodreads. So it's kind of the same premise. So on my physical shelf, I have 36. 36, done. Let's generate. 27. All right, now we gotta count 27. This is the not so fun part. 26, 27. Ooh, okay. We have the Vagina Monologues by Eve Ensler. I am really excited for this one actually because I read Eve Ensler's memoir, I believe. Yeah, it was a memoir, In the Body of the World. Oh gosh, 2016, 2017, and I friggin' loved it. So I'm really excited to I have never seen the play Vagina Monologues. I haven't actually read any literature from it, so I'm actually really excited to partake in this and understand some cultural context as well. I feel like there's so many references to this book that just fly right over my head. Starting out strong. Okay, I gotta make notes. Alright, let's do another one here. And generate. 5, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Son of a bee. Alright, it's Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I feel so bad. My friend, my dear best friend, loaned this to me, oh my god, probably 2 years ago. And I have yet to read it. She loved it. I have yet to read it, yet to look at it, yet to want to read it. And I have not given it back to her. So I'm really sorry. Well, if I get science fiction, this is just gonna have to be it. I don't know why, I'm so scared of it. Maybe just because it looks so sci-fi, and I am not quite fully in that genre yet. I'm a little wary. This is, like I said, this is very intensive, time intensive. 28. Okay, next I will be reading Stern Men by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is actually a book that I thrifted in my very first ever weekend vlog where I took you all thrifting with me. So this is a great one. I really do look forward to reading this. It's, newer on my list, so of course I'm a little bit more amped to read it. Yeah, happy about that. Okay, I switched up on you guys. I'm on this side now. Sorry. Next physical TBR is number 23. Oh, we're getting a lot of 20s. I have yet another book that I thrifted in my very first thrifting vlog, or weekend vlog, and this is Year of Wonders, A Novel of the Plague by Geraldine Brooks. This is one that I was super psyched to read anyway, and that's great. I'm happy about that. Generate. 21. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh boy, okay. This is one that has been on my TBR, on this shelf for a year now. The Map of Salt and Stars by Jennifer Zainab Jocarder. This is a gorgeous sounding book, and I picked it up and thrifted it over a year ago, but then I just have not read it. I don't know Why? I'm so sorry. Generate. 16, that's my favorite number. Oh, I'm scared now, that's my lucky number. 16. No. Oh. We have The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. How bad is it that just today I was thinking about giving this back to my dad and just giving up on it wholly and taking it off of my TBR shelf? Because I was this close to doing it. Son of a bee. I started this last year and I just felt like I could retain nothing. I think the writing is fantastic. I think the premise and what this book follows is so fascinating and interesting, and my dad absolutely loved it. And I'm like, that's great. It's just so many like facts and white men that like I can't keep straight. Like they're all like bankers, investors, architects, like basic guys with like basic names, and like I can't remember, and I've already started this and I was so close to getting rid of it and just giving it back, and like, no. I'm not gonna force myself to read this if I try again and I just can't get through it, because I think I was like 50 pages in and I just was like, oh honey, no. Now we're halfway through, well, more than halfway through for physical TBR, and yeah, it is pulling books that I really did not want it to pull. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this. I really would like it to pull some like lower numbers, because we are just getting all these. We've barely touched this stack here. I'd like to change that. Generate. Yeah, 3. Okay, cool. That is Faithful by Alice Hoffman. I thrifted this a little bit while ago. I really do thoroughly enjoy Alice Hoffman's writing. This is just a gorgeous cover too. I want to eat this blue, you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like gnaw on it. So I have no idea what it's about. We will find out together someday. 27. All right. Oh my God. Dang it. No! Not that I don't want to read it, but like this one has been on my shelf for so long. That's Moonglow by Michael Chabon. This has been on my like audiobook list, like favorited the audiobook, and then I was like, I found the copy at Dollar Tree and I was like, yay! It's just a chunk. I'm sure it is really like beautiful. Because obviously I was intrigued by the story, which is why it's on my shelves. But like, it's just been so daunting to me. Like if you ever asked me like what is the most daunting book on my TBR, I would probably say this one. I don't know why. Oh God. Here we go. 1. All right. 1 is Death in St. Petersburg by Tasha Alexander. This is, yeah, like a historical crime fiction. Apparently it's like number like 12 of a series. Based on Goodreads reviews though, it doesn't seem like you need to read them in order. I did read the first page and I was quite taken with the story. Basically there's like, yeah, it's in St. Petersburg in the snow and there's a murdered ballerina, and I'm just like, vibes. I like these vibes a lot. Thank you. Oh my gosh, friends. Okay, only 2 more physical books. We're almost there. I hope this isn't like the worst idea I've ever had in my life. 11. Okay, we're getting some lower numbers. Number 11 on my bookshelf was Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. I am quite excited for this actually. It's a lot thinner than I anticipated. I have not watched the movie in a long time, so I think this one would be kind of like fun. I'm okay with it. Here we go. I don't want to know. I want to know. I don't want to know. 23. Do we even have 23 books left on here? I'm sure we do. The final book. I'm so happy about this one because I just got it for Christmas and I've been really wanting to read it. So like no matter what, I'm going to be reading this as soon as I possibly can. And that is Sputnik Sweetheart by Haruki Murakami. I am so excited. I read Dance Dance Dance, oh my gosh, like 2017 or 18, and I fell in love with his writing style, and since then I've just been wanting to slowly collect more Murakami books, so I'm really thrilled about this one. This is my randomly generated 2021 physical TBR pile. This is heavy. There are a lot of books on here that intimidate the shit out of me, but you know what? That's okay. We all have books on our shelves that one day, like, we will end up reading, but maybe right now, no, we don't want to. So in terms of finding my non-physical TBR, I went on Goodreads and I have 140 books on my want to read shelf. So this is going to be really interesting. I feel like this one is going to be most surprising to me because I don't really always remember what's on my want to read list on Goodreads. Sometimes I just hear about a book and then I'm like, oh cool, that sounds great, let's put it on my TBR. Then I never think about it again. Okay friends, my brain, I didn't really think super far in advance. I was like, oh, I have 140 books on my Goodreads TBR, like want to read shelf, that I can just pick 1 through 140 on my like random number generator. But then I was like, oh, but then I have to like hand count all the way down, and that's something I'm happy to do, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I also, if you can't tell, I do have a little mini notebook here and I'm taking notes, so I'm not cheating. 72, generate. 9, generate. 53, this is going to be a pain in my butt. 63, so we're doing 10. 43, oh god, 127. 51, 68, 86, last one is 23. Please, heavenly book spirits, guide me through this journey. Why am I doing this challenge? I like it, but I'm scared. All right, time to like count and then I will get back to you all. Okay, so I just finally calculated the Goodreads TBR that I must read in 2021. We've got 10 of them. I will try to be brief. This was an interesting experience. It was actually kind of fun to go through and like scroll. I did them through alphabetically and did them in chronological order. So even though I said like my numbers were 72, 9, 53, like I just went down and I was like 9 was this, blah blah blah, instead of the method of obviously physical books of taking them out and then recounting. So just so you know, my system, in case you want to try this at home, kiddos. The first book, number 72 on my want to read list on Goodreads, was Miss Smila's Feeling for Snow by Peter Hogue. This is, I believe, an Icelandic or Swedish author. Honestly, I have no idea what this book is about. I remember I finished reading a few different translated Icelandic texts, and then I was like, I want to find more Icelandic authors whose work is translated, and then I just added a bunch of them onto my Goodreads. So I have no idea what this is about, but I'm guessing, I think it's like an eerie snow winter story. So we'll see if I can even find it anywhere to begin with. I think that's gonna be the trickiest part, is like if this stuff is on Libby or at my library. I have no idea. Next, it chose number 9, and on that for me was Bitterroot, a Salish memoir of transracial adoption by Susan Devon Harness. I have no idea what this is about, but obviously it's nonfiction, it's a memoir. Sounds great. I don't have anything to add. I don't know what it's about. I think all of these, it's safe to say I have no idea what they're about. Next was number 53, which was I Remember You by Ursa Sigurdardóttir. I love saying that last name so much. I read one of her novels for the first time. She is an Icelandic author whose text was translated. I read The Undesirables, which was fantastic if you're looking for a really like moody, atmospheric, snowed in, terrifying book. So I'm excited to read another one of hers if I can find a copy, because I feel like that's gonna be kind of tricky. Next was number 63, which was Kiki's Delivery Service by Iko Kadano, and I'm really thrilled about that because I just really want to read Kiki's Delivery Service. I love the film, so I feel like I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy the book. Next is number 43, which is The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson. This is one of those books that's like, is this middle grade, YA, fable, fairy tale? Like, I don't know what this book is. I don't remember what it's about, don't remember like what enticed me to add it to my Goodreads list, so who knows? Next was number 127, the lowest on the list, the longest scroll, and that was We Went to the Woods by Kate Dolan Leach. Again, I don't know what this is at all. I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea where I heard it from. I don't know, it's just on there. So I'm so sorry if this is so boring, but like, if you've read any of these, please let me know below your thoughts. if you're familiar with the work, because I have no idea what any of these are and I'm really scared. Next was number 51, which is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. This is so exciting to me because now I have not one, but 2 books that Studio Ghibli made movies like based off of, and I am so jazzed about that. I love both Kiki's Delivery Service and Howl's Moving Castle so much, and it'll be really awesome to see like the original text that inspired the films. I feel like there's gonna be like really cozy, comforting reads, you know, like, oh, I'm really excited. Those I think I will for sure read. Next was number 68, which was The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner. If I remember correctly, I want to say this one was added to my list maybe because of Noelle, and it's like a horror thriller. I could be completely wrong, but it's on my list and it sounded familiar. I don't know what it's about. Shocker. Next is number 86, and that is A Faux Love Story by Lone Lee. I'm really excited about this one. This is going to be a 2021 release. I don't believe it's out yet, and it is a romance that is kind of like a Romeo-Juliet retelling, but with battling, I shouldn't say faux love story, it's a faux love story. There we go, honey. Like 2 rivalry like family businesses who own pho shops, and then I'm guessing, I think this is the plot. I might just be pulling this out of my butt right now. I don't know. But yeah, they fall in love, and it's like, it just sounds really cute and cozy and soft, and I like that. The last book that my number generator chose for me on Goodreads was number 23, and that was Darling Rose Gold by Stephanie Roble. I feel like I know what this one's about, but if I butcher it, please don't laugh at me, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like the story of like Munchausen by proxy, right? Like the mom is like poisoning her daughter and is like making her sick, and then it's kind of like The Rebellious, like based off of the real thing that happened that was like in the news. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That was it. That was long. That was exhaustive. So many books. Will I get to them all? I don't know. I can't believe that was only 21 books. Like, that feels so much more than 21 books. I'm kind of overwhelmed. I'm kind of panicking because there are a lot of books that I don't know if I'm feeling, but maybe one day I will. Thank you so much for staying tuned for this long, drawn out process. I so appreciate you all. I hope you all have a wonderful, lovely day. It was so great hanging out with you. Bye.